matter now, a federal judge tosses out a challenge to reverse ranked choice voting. This as the process to recount votes continues for Maine's 2nd congressional district.
A huge day for medical marijuana across the state of Maine, sweeping reforms that are impacting caregivers and patients. I'll break it down for you coming up.
People from the oldest generation and the youngest generation are teaming up for a great cause. We'll tell you what it's all about. This is News Center now. A federal judge strikes down Congressman Bruce Poliquin's challenge to ranked choice voting, a method that Maine was the first in the nation to use in a congressional election. Hi, everybody. I'm Lee Goldberg.
And I'm Lindsay Mills. After Democrat Jared Golden defeated the Republican incumbent in the November election, Poliquin's campaign took legal action, asking Judge Lance Walker to declare him the winner of Maine's 2nd congressional district race or tee up a new election. Walker, a recent appointee by the Trump administration, did neither. So we want to hear from you. Do you agree with Judge Walker's decision? Vote right now at pulse.newscentermaine.com or with the Pulse tab on our mobile app.
We're obviously disappointed with the results of today's ruling. We're going to evaluate that. We've got the legal team that's in the process of doing that as we speak.
Josh Tardy, counsel to the Bruce Poliquin campaign, said it's too early to tell if they will appeal a federal judge's ruling to uphold the results of Maine's 2nd congressional district race. Poliquin fired off this tweet soon after the ruling came down, saying in part, quote, "This constitutional voting rights issue goes far beyond one election." Although Poliquin had the most votes on election night, he failed to reach a 50% plus one majority. Maine's 2nd district Republican congressman lost to Democrat Jared Golden in the ranked choice count, which considers people's 2nd and 3rd choices. Poliquin argued the new balloting system violated the U.S. Constitution. But in today's ruling, Judge Lance Walker said he failed to see how Maine's candidate ranking system undercut voters' First Amendment rights in any fashion. And there was no evidence to support the claim that the ballots were confusing to voters, as Poliquin had also claimed.
He accepted none of Bruce Poliquin's legal arguments, so I think that that's a very clear statement about the validity of RCV.
Congressman-elect Jared Golden's campaign manager John Breed made it clear they felt vindicated by Judge Lance Walker's decision. Golden was in Washington, D.C. when the ruling came down. In a tweet, Golden expressed his eagerness to get to work and his hope that Congressman Poliquin will work with his team to facilitate a smooth transition. Secretary of State Matt Dunlap says the judge's ruling clarifies that there's no overarching constitutional prohibition around using a methodology like ranked choice voting in an individual state.
The people ratified ranked choice voting not once but twice.
Meanwhile, in Augusta, a recount of the votes for Maine's 2nd congressional district is about halfway done, a recount that Poliquin requested. Now, in its 6th day, the recount was originally predicted to take up to 1 month. As of Wednesday night, Dunlap said 135,000 ballots were done out of 296,000. And an attorney for the Committee for Ranked Choice Voting says he believes Walker's ruling will stand up to any appeal. And we're going to take a look right now at our Pulse results. 79% of you, or about 80%, say yes, you do agree with Judge Walker's decision. So we'll continue to keep tabs on that, and we'll have more updates later on in the show. To some more politics in Washington now. President Trump is going on the defensive, saying he never told his lawyer, his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, to do anything illegal.
Yeah, yesterday, Mr. Cohen told the federal judge that he felt it was his duty to cover up the, quote, dirty deeds of the president. He has been sentenced to 3 years in prison for 9 felonies, including campaign finance violations, tax evasion, secret payments to women claiming they had affairs with Mr. Trump, and lying to Congress. Here are some tweets from the president earlier this morning stating, quote, "I never directed Michael Cohen to break the law." Trump also tweeted he was a lawyer and he's supposed to know the law, and then added that Mr. Cohen was guilty of many charges unrelated to him. Back here at home, a former Bath bus driver could be facing future behind bars for allegedly posting inappropriate photos of students on the internet.
The Brunswick Times-Record reports that Timothy McGowan was indicted Tuesday on 2 charges: violation of privacy and possession of sexually explicit materials. This past May, Homeland Security alerted Maine State Police of someone who was reportedly posting upskirt photos of school-age students on a foreign website. Through an investigation, law enforcement was able to trace the post to Mr. McGowan. He was not arrested at the time because violation of privacy charges were misdemeanor charges. According to the Times-Record, Mr. McGowan lives in Texas and has no ties to any Maine business. He's scheduled to be back in court January 9th.
Well, it was a huge day for the medical marijuana business in our state. Massive reforms that will make it easier for patients to access and for caregivers to sell the product.
Caregivers, dispensaries, and patients in Portland spent the day celebrating. Cam O'Brien has a breakdown of these new regulations and what they mean. Hey, Cam.
Hey, guys. Medical marijuana has been legal in the state of Maine since 1999, but today marks the first time that anyone can get a medical card given their doctor's approval. It's a big step for patients and for businesses across the state.
Come on in.
Thursday marked the grand opening of Atlantic Farms, a shop better known as Gas and Grass. And the name is a dead giveaway for what they do: self-service gas station and a medical marijuana caregiver store.
We've been excited to see everybody coming through. It's pretty exciting.
And for Gas and Grass, there's another reason to celebrate: sweeping medical marijuana reforms implemented Thursday that allow caregivers to set up retail shops with municipal approval and state licensure. They can also serve an unlimited number of patients and buy wholesale from other caregivers in the state.
In the retail setting, operate more like a dispensary where we can have unlimited patients. They can come in. We just have to see their ID. State-issued ID and medical card, and if that checks out, then we can serve them in our caregiver room.
This is like really great for my nighttime stuff right here.
Jessica Coakley is a mom who credits the Wellness Connection of Maine for saving her life. She became a patient at the dispensary 3 years ago to combat an opiate dependence following an injury during childbirth.
I was addicted, not in that I was like, shooting up in an alley or anything like that, but I was definitely getting my medication every month, going to my doctors, making sure I had that medication, because the idea of not having it and being in that terrible pain was terrifying.
One of the biggest parts of this reform is patient access. Gone are the days of pre-approved conditions for medical marijuana.
It's up to your PCP to decide and you to decide what's best for you. And I think that's great because you know what, there's nothing better than to feel in control of your body and your health at all times.
Well, the Wellness Connection in Portland opened their doors to answer questions about the new reform and reveal a new layout, improved service, and a wider array of product to their patients.
So laws are changing, patients are changing. We're seeing like a wider pool of Mainers that come to us, so it was our turn to also evolve what we've been doing.
And with the increase in patients and players in the medical marijuana space comes an uptick in state involvement in safety controls.
The state has started to really improve regulation when it comes to labeling, packaging, testing, seed-to-sale tracking, bookkeeping, all these, making it a real, more of a real industry with bona fide good practices that have to be followed.
Portland Mayor Ethan Strimling attended the Wellness Connections event today. He says he's pleased at the increase in municipal control to help regulate cannabis businesses, compliance, and safety. The city is looking at zoning and ways to generate tax revenue from these businesses as adult recreational use of marijuana sits on the horizon for the state. Back to you guys.
I can't thank you very much. Okay, so at my daughter's school, they do outside recess. As long as it's not under 20 degrees, then they stay inside.
Okay.
They were inside today. It was like
it was very
there was
cold.
Nobody on the playground. It was everybody in the building as quickly as you can. So.
Yeah, lots of free activity time. Probably
Thanks a
drives
lot,
the teachers
Keith.
crazy.
I know. Hey, we did briefly get above 20, just probably wasn't at recess time, so it didn't work out for you. In the 20s right now in most spots, at 25 in Portland. 17, though, still in Wiscasset and Rockland. A lot of us did struggle to Lee's point to get above 20 degrees, 18 in Rangeley, 15 in Greenville right now. It's going to be chilly, but not nearly as cold as it was last night or even the night before. A couple of snow showers have dwindled towards 495 in Boston and 128. Those have died out. So through tonight will be partly cloudy to mostly clear, but our air mass is changing. Next system we have to watch is this area here that will sail largely to our south tomorrow night and into Saturday, so just a couple of rain and snow showers will do it. Overnight tonight again, getting cold, but not as brutally cold as last evening was. And then Friday is partly cloudy through the first half of the day. Clouds increase in the second half of the day. Here come a couple of snow showers over northern Maine and the mountains, a couple of rain showers possible over the mid-coast and southern Maine. But by Saturday morning, that little system has suppressed to our south, and Saturday is now turning out to be a really nice day. Temperatures in the mid and upper 40s, mostly sunny, and then Sunday looks good as well. Guys, the only thing we have to watch is a sneaky little storm on Monday night. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Sneaky one. That's always a sneaky. That's why we call him Sneaky Carson.
He pieces out.
Yeah.
Bye, Keith. All right, thanks.
Coming up a little later, an American icon is in some hot water for making fun of some of her fellow competitors.
And we'll also take a look at how two generations on opposite ends of the spectrum came together for a common cause. So,
You're coming to the newsroom.
okay, we're gonna ad-lib the intro.
Okay.
So I'll give you, like this time of year, maybe it's not uncommon to see people coming together to help people in need.
Sure. Okay.
That can be yours.
Hey guys, thanks Liam. So we weren't sure if we were going to see you on Facebook Live today because there were some technical issues, not on our end, but on Facebook end. So we're happy we're here with you guys. A lot of you guys are talking about two of our stories, the medical marijuana story that Cameron had and the ranked choice voting story. A lot of you were saying that you hope that this is the end of this saga with Bruce Poliquin's campaign fighting the results of the election. Well, there is a chance he could appeal. We just don't know if that's going to happen just yet. Some of you supporting medical marijuana, recreational marijuana.
It's going to be an ad-lib intro.
Kiri is looking forward to the warm-up that we're going to get tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to feel great. Doug, where are you that it's in the 50s?
Saturday's in here.
All right, we're taking a walk. Do I need my little thing?
Nah, there's nothing written, so.
No?
Oh, the block?
Yeah, do I need it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Ugh. Okay.
Sorry to break it to you, but you definitely need it.
Oh. I need to get like platform heels that are like 6 or 7 inches tall. Am I right?
I was just going to say that, but
I know a guy.
Or, you know, like the things that painters stand on. What are those called?
The little step ladders?
Yeah, but you can walk with them.
Oh, yeah, those. Yeah.
Stilt? No, what's the word?
The walking stilts?
Stilts, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, have you ever seen like on
like when they're trying to get up to without a ladder, they want to walk.
Oh, I've never seen
yeah. You see them, they always wear them on Fixer Upper.
Don't you watch Bravo?
Wait, that's HGTV, that's my other fave.
An artist, not like.
Can you move to your right?
Listen, Rob knows my obsession. Wait, we have to move this whole thing. Will you slide it? Thank you. You want me to start with what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't.
I forgot what you said. No, I'm just kidding.
Somebody help me.
It's pretty common this time of year for many to be thinking of others.
And it's really cool when you can get one generation that's maybe on the later side of life, one generation on the earlier side of life, you put them together and you get something pretty good. On this cold December day, there was plenty to make people feel warm and fuzzy. A Stuff the Van holiday food drive event was held at the Park Danforth.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Residents of the Senior Living Retirement Home have been collecting food for Project Feed, an organization that's been around since the 1970s and provides about 90,000 meals per year to those in need.
It's really important for our staff and for our residents to contribute and give back. And so every year we look for a project, something that we can do.
We just got another big drop-off. When we were trying to think about what type of project we wanted to be involved in, you know, this was coming to the front. And so this is where we thought we could have the most impact in our neighborhood and with local folks in need.
Wow, I didn't realize there was that much food.
The seniors had a little help stuffing their bus from some little people.
Don't run, okay? Iris, why don't you hold Cassidy's hand?
I think having preschool children involved in outreach efforts like this to help their community is a very valuable experience for forming their lives.
For their part, the kids were rewarded with cookies, obviously, but received something else equally rewarding, if not more.
Helping people makes people happy.
The gift of kindness. Okay, those kids were so excited to grab the food and to help load it up into the bus, and then the seniors were really excited to have the kids there, and they were cooking and doing crafts, and it was great. So,
what a great gathering
and
today.
all for a great cause.
All the feels.
And I didn't even take a cookie.
You didn't?
I wanted to.
Is my effort to be healthier heading into the new year rubbing off on you?
No, I'm trying to go the other way. I'm trying to eat cookies for you and me and Clay.
That's
a lot of cookies.
That's a lot of cookies.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, one of America's Golden Girls is getting a little bit of backlash because of something that she said about one of her fellow Miss Universe contestants. We'll tell you what's all about.
Coming up, what the Miss USA pageant is saying before that big event. Also, Keith's here. Wonder what we're going to see from the weather department.
So timely. That's my biggest problem, is forgetting to go through stories when I'm watching them.
Here the whole time.
It's okay. It's all good.
Sorry.
Oh shoot, where's my clicker?
Okay. Sesame Street, because I would rather talk about that if we have time. Or even UMaine football. Either way, I'd rather talk about either one of those. Are we still on Facebook Live?
We are. Hey guys. So.
Say hola.
It's gonna feel really good tomorrow, right?
Saturday especially.
Saturday especially.
Yeah, they're both good. I like Saturday a little more.
Weren't we at some point expecting the stormy weather Saturday? So it like moved to Monday?
Okay.
Or it actually just is missing us mainly.
Hey.
Really? That's good.
Yeah.
Rachel, what is your daughter's name? Keith's gonna send her a message in a second once we find out what her name is.
Am I sending a message
to Rachel's daughter? She has a crush on you.
Where is it? Rachel here.
So
Oh no.
If once we get her name, you can give her a nice message here on Facebook Cam, and it'll live on Facebook forever, so her daughter can watch it over and over.
Oh
and
my
over
gosh,
again.
that would be amazing.
See how smart I am? Wicked smart. Paige.
Paige.
No pressure. There it is.
Paige is her name.
All right, let's give it a little
All right,
message to
Paige. You really, over time, should develop better taste in men. That would be my main message to you.
Hold on, let's get this. Hold on, let's do this. Let's do this.
The dramatic zoom.
Here we go, Paige. Hold on, ready?
Liam, you got the boot.
All right, here we go.
Paige, need to talk to you about your taste in men. You want someone who's nicer, who shaves their face, who wears suits that fit them. Something to think about in the future.
Oh.
Yeah, turn the page, Paige. Turn the page.
That is hysterical.
There it is. That'll be on Facebook forever, Paige.
Rachel's laughing out loud.
All right.
That is so funny. Rachel, you're gonna have to let us know Paige's reaction.
Do you have a whole story before me?
We have a couple stories before you.
Yeah.
you want me to take it after the social media part?
Sure. That'd be great.
With her, and she goes, she's adorable. Huh?
That was a video of Miss USA Sarah Rose Summers just days before the Miss Universe pageant, mocking other contestants. The videos were reportedly from an Instagram live session on Miss Colombia's account, and she was imitating the Miss Cambodia and Miss Vietnam, and her actions have been getting a lot of backlash on social media.
Yeah, Miss USA had to issue an apology on her Instagram post earlier today, admitting that she had said some things that could be perceived as disrespectful. She said it was never her intention to hurt anyone. Competition is this Sunday, and it will be in Thailand.
We don't have our own apartment anymore, and we've been staying in all different kinds of places.
Sesame Street back in the headlines once again as they introduce Lily, the show's first homeless character. You heard what she had to say.
She explains why she has to stay with friends after her family lost their home. Creators over at the Sesame Street Workshop say the character was introduced to alleviate the stigma surrounding homelessness and create hope for children currently without homes of their own. Several of you are joining the conversation on Facebook.
Yeah, Ellen writes, it's so sad that little children even have to think about homelessness. Thank you to Sesame Street for doing this.
And Shelley writes, I honestly think this is a good idea. It would have been good to show my family last year.
And we do want to remind you that our own Jackie Mundry and Jess Gagne are headed to Washington State with the UMaine Black Bear football team as they take on the Eagles of Eastern Washington University. This is in an FCS Final Four matchup on Saturday.
They will be with the Black Bears every step of the way on social media and on our newscasts later today, tomorrow, Saturday, and fingers crossed into that FCS championship game. The game Saturday is at 2 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN2.
That will be very fun to watch. On the red turf. Go Black Bears.
I know. Black Bears on the red turf, and we got the red beard.
Yeah, it is got a little. That's the only part of my dad. My dad's a redhead, and this is like the only thing.
That's all you got, huh?
Are you amused by my transition?
I have no idea what you're doing there. Just watching along.
Remember when we thought Lindsay was nice? When was that? It was like 7 months ago.
It was an observation.
No, it was more than 7 months.
It wasn't a dig. It was an observation.
When did you start working here? I forget.
A year ago.
Whoa.
Then she stopped working here a couple weeks ago, and then she came back.
Yeah, I need my parking spot.
It seems so much longer.
It just really does.
Brutal. All right. Take a look at these overnight lows. This is last night, guys. 17 below in Berlin, 8 below in Rangeley, 7 in Portland, 2 in Wiscasset and Rockland, and 0 in Bar Harbor. There's some years you go the entire season without getting to 0 in Bar Harbor. So brutally cold, and so setting the stage for what will be a more pleasant night tonight. Still cold, but not nearly as cold as that. 25 in Portland right now, 13 in Millinocket, 8 in Caribou. We're going to see generally clear skies tonight through the first half and then partly cloudy through the second half of the evening. Notice it's still cold, right? Teens, 20s, but not below 0 and not 15, 16 degrees below 0 like we saw early this morning. So it's a much more moderate overnight. And then tomorrow is actually a decent day to start. Partly cloudy. We end up about mostly cloudy, though, by the afternoon. Temperatures right around 40 for high along the coastline, right around freezing farther inland. And then here comes just a little wave of precipitation Friday night that many of us won't even get in on. So just an isolated snow shower in the mountains and across northern Maine, up towards Millinocket, a little light snow there. Rain showers towards the coastline, Augusta, Lewiston, anything that falls in those zones will be in the form of just light rain showers. And now most of the moisture is modeled as being to our south, and so the result is we start clearing out on Saturday, and Saturday is actually a pretty nice day, especially the middle of the day to the early afternoon. Of course, the sun sets really early still, but pretty nice afternoon. Temperatures relatively mild, and then Sunday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny again, and temperatures hovering upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. We'll watch that storm on Monday night. So this is what we're thinking for high temperatures on Saturday, guys. I threw a few little palm trees in there. I couldn't find the beach ball, the one that bounces all over the place. But hey, it's all relative. Upper 40s, it's going to feel pretty good. 48 in Portland, 47 in Wiscasset, 44 should do it in Rockland. Now there is a second low pressure system. This is what we were talking about before that we're watching from Monday. And at this point, it's still just offshore, but it kind of tilts back into down east a bit Monday night. And as a result, I think there will be some at least accumulating light snow over down east Maine. So it's way too early for amounts, so I did this. A bit more in the most for Monday night. I don't think the most is a ton, but it could conceivably be a couple of inches, depending on the exact track of the storm. The vast majority of that storm, though, stays offshore Monday night and turns colder on Tuesday and Wednesday. And back to a little bit warmer conditions here on Thursday, back into the mid-40s. We should, as you can see in that 7-day, we're playing above average in 4 out of the 7 days, which hasn't been our trend lately, starting to moderate those temps a bit.
So next Thursday, as of now, it says about 45-ish.
Looks good.
5 days after that is you know, the big day. So.
Christmas. Yeah, at this point, I mean, looking out in the long-range models, I don't see a snowstorm, so it is conceivable that the coast will be will not have a white Christmas, but we'll see.
All right.
That's all right. It's all in your heart, right, Lee?
Exactly.
That's all that matters. Exactly.
It's a Christmas spirit.
All right, a lot more coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30. Pat Callahan is here with a preview. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Lindsay and Lee. A mother of 2 is found dead in Oxford County, but it is not yet clear whether police consider this a suspicious death. News Center's Vivian Lee will fill us in on that. President Trump plays some defense and tries to minimize the role and influence of his former attorney, Michael Cohen, who is now headed to prison. And the Salvation Army is ready to spread some Christmas cheer, and it's not too late for you to play a part. Those stories and much more coming up in just a couple of minutes on News Center at 5:30.
All right, Pat, thanks so much. We're going to go to break, but while we do, vote at our Pulse poll at pulse.newscentermaine.com. Paul is praising Sesame Street's work dealing with homelessness. Josh was wondering about Purple Snow.
I think Sesame Street historically has
Purple
always
Snow?
done a great job taking on any issues, whatever.
I know. They introduced a character with autism, wasn't it, earlier this year?
Yeah, they do a really good job of that. And obviously it's important because the show represents everybody.
They don't know what that means.
I don't get it.
I liked the palm trees in the forecast. That was nice.
I had to.
Oh, Paige says thank you, Keith, with a heart.
I hope she can learn. It's good to learn early, you know.
Yeah.
100%.
Well,
yes, thank you for reminding me because I got to bring it over.
Keith, what's brain drops today?
Okay, so on my Facebook page, I solicited for questions and I got a lot. Oh, goodness.
Oh my gosh, bringing in the big board.
What had happened was...
You stole the Newsroom's big board?
Yeah, I know. How could I? This is the 3rd one we bought.
Hello.
So we're starting on just YouTube for Pulse results.
Move that platform.
Pulse results are first, yes?
Yes.
Do you want me to do that, or do you want to do that?
Okay, without looking at it, can I guess the results? Do you know them yet?
I bet you it's
80% yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish, 80-ish%.
Do you know what they are?
No, I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's
I'm gonna guess
60-40.
60-40.
I think it's way higher towards
Do you agree with Judge Lance Walker's decision?
Like I said, I kind of laugh about questions like that because you're like,
it's how much? What is it right now?
What is it?
80-20.
Oh, you win.
Yeah, I felt like it was gonna be pretty top heavy.
Leah, when you just up in the light.
How many people voted? 30?
I thought it
That's
might
a
be
lot.
more like. Just
Yeah, I don't think we do that though.
Lines.
Yeah.
I don't think we do that second part.
What part? Oh, how many people voted? Yeah.
I think we just skip that.
Okay. I like the red shirt
Pretty
today.
one-sided. Well, it goes with the red beard.
Have you worn the red shirt?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a new shirt. Is it?
It's not a new shirt.
No.
New shirt. Who dis?
Who dis?
So Lee, I don't know if any of your no, never mind. I'll ask you. Any of your children's.
Welcome back, everyone. Checking in on our Pulse poll results for today. Do you agree with Judge Lance Walker's decision to uphold the ranked choice voting results in Maine's 2nd Congressional District? 80% of you saying yes, you agree with the judge. Thanks for voting.
Pretty one-sided. Yeah, thank you for weighing in on that. And we got a lot going
You nailed
on here.
it.
I don't know what's happening.
You nailed it, Lee. Okay, so on
We
my
got
Facebook
gumdrops,
wall,
like a Barney. I don't know what's happening here.
I asked for questions for brain drops today on Facebook, and I was not disappointed. So this is the first one I'm going to tackle, which is
Ask and you shall receive.
yes, how do different forms of precipitation form in the atmosphere. So we got rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow. Okay, so this, we're going to start with rain, which it might surprise you that in most locations that are not tropical, rain, even during the summer, starts as snow in the upper atmosphere. Think about it, you take a plane up to 38,000 feet, if you went outside, you'd freeze your butt off immediately. So it starts as snow, gets to 32, rain all the way. That's easy, right? Freezing rain, everybody hates that for the most part. Snow, it gets into above 32 degrees for a long period of time and it comes down as just rain. A shallow, cold pool just at the surface, say the last 10 feet or so, is below freezing. That freezes on contact, that's your freezing rain. Sleet, often mistaken with hail, which is a thunderstorm thing in the summer. This is wintry. Snow, it turns to rain, but the difference is the cold air at the surface is much, much deeper. So say you're 2,000, 3,000 feet. It gives it enough time to freeze these into little ice balls that you see as sleet on the ground. And last but not least, the easiest, snow. Starts as snow, ends as snow. Obviously different consistencies based on the thermal profiles in the atmosphere. You get the heavy snow, you get the light snow, whatever. But this is the premise, and my mom still calls sleet hail, and it kills me. It is like if you tell me during the summer that you had sleet, you did not have sleet, that's hail. That's a totally different mechanism.
Okay, Mom, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So you can have time to think. How is that possible that no two snowflakes are the same? That's not even possible.
Well,
all the snow,
we kind of don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, I think somebody made
That's
that
the
up.
short answer.
You'd have to look at all of them.
Fake snow news.
But it's unlikely.
All right,
How about
you
that?
said I made it 5:30 starts right now. Have to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to really know.
It's a snowflake.
But sometimes they look alike.
Hi guys. They all look alike. They're snowflakes.
Yeah.
Why do you differentiate between one and the other?
Bye, guys.
It's a snowflake.
Did any of you